Want to do some fun science experiment at home? Today I will show you some coming up. Hello friends, welcome to my video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Karuna, and like many students around the world, I can't go to school right now, so I thought I would show you some interesting experiments to do at home. Today I have two density experiments which are going to teach us about different liquids and what can float on them. Before we get started, we need to make sure we have the right things to protect ourselves as we don't want to get hurt. Here's my lab coat. And here's my protective glasses. And always have a parent with you to just make sure you are safe. Here is my mom and dad. Now we are set, let's get started. Experiment number 1. Floating an egg in water. This experiment is from the coolest science books ever. Click the card at the top here to learn more about the science kits. With all experiments, we need to start with a question or a problem. My question today is all water the same density? Next, we need a hypothesis. A hypothesis is a guess at what we think will happen. My hypothesis is the lower the density, the more something floats. Now, we need to test this question and hypothesis. My equipment for this experiment is 2 beakers, 2 fresh eggs, they must be fresh, some salt, some fresh water, and Mr. Spoon. The method. Step 1. Get your beakers and add some water to both beakers. Not all the way to the top as we need some room for the eggs. I'm putting 400 milliliters for each beaker. Wow, it's enough. You will notice that I got a F and an S on the beakers. We would need it for later. In the beaker marked S, add some salt and stir it until the water cannot dissolve any more salt. Add more until it cannot dissolve anymore. Now I have salt water and fresh water. Fresh water have lower density than salt water. The hypothesis was that egg will float in the lower density. Now let's test it. Step 3. Gently place a fresh egg in each beaker and observe. Wow! Look at this. One egg sinks and the others float. Why had this happened? Well, as we added more salt to the water, it made more denser, which means there is more stuff in the water. Well, as we added more salt to the water, it made it more denser, which means there's more stuff in the water. My hypothesis was the lower the density, the more something floats. I was wrong. The more dense something is, the easier it is for something else to float on it. This is what experiments are all about. Learning something new? Never be afraid to be wrong. Experiment number 2. The floating region. Here is my new research question. Do different liquids have different density? After my last experiment, I learned that a fresh egg can float in salt water, but not in fresh. So my hypothesis for this experiment is different liquids have different density. Remember to always wear your safety equipment even when you think you don't need. The equipment you will need for this experiment is the fresh and salt water from the first experiment, some honey, some shampoo, some vegetable oil, some milk, or any other liquid you might want to experiment with, some raisin or sultana, some tweezers, 6 more glasses. The method of this experiment is step 1. Place about 40 ml of each liquid into its own glass. Be careful not to spill it everywhere. First, I'm going to start with the salt water. I color it in red so it's easier to identify. Next, we put in the honey. Now we put in the shampoo. This is salt water. I'm coloring it red so it's easy to identify. This one is honey, this one is shampoo, this one is fresh water. I color it green so it's easy to identify. This is milk and this is oil. Step 2. Using a tweezers, carefully place a reagent on top of a liquid in each glass. Be careful not to make it sink. Don't want to sink anyway. That one sinks too. That one sinks. How about the oil? Step 3. Observe the result. Wow! The raisin sunk in salt water, shampoo, fresh water, milk, and oil. It flowed in honey. It sunk very slowly in shampoo. There is more stuff in honey to make it dense enough for the reagent to float. My hypothesis was that different liquids had different density. I was right! Stay tuned for some new stay-at-home science videos. Over the next few weeks, follow my blog. The link is below. And if you like my video, please subscribe and don't forget to ring the bell. Ding ding! Until the next time, stay safe. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe and don't forget to check out this other video.